Yeah, the people in Manila sort of cheered us when we was leaving that area, but I didn't get to leave with the big group because I come out of there, out of the hospital. I want to tell you a little bit about the German people in New York City. There's so many German sympathizers there. They was afraid a lot of sabotage would be on New York Harbor, and the American government didn't have enough resources to protect the wharf and the harbors of New York City, where a lot of troop ships and merchant ships left. So the only people who knew what was going on in the harbor of New York City was the mafia. And so the chief of the mafia back then, I forget his name right now, I'll remember it later on. Him and all his henchmen were up on 3 or 4 murder raps and everything. Lucky Luciano, who it was. And the American government went to him and said, we don't have the capability or the manpower to protect New York Harbor, because you guys know every damn thing that happens in New York Harbor. You can drop a pin and they'll know it. Can you provide security for us and give us protection so we don't get ships sank or blocking the harbor where all the troop ships and merchant ships leaving New York to going all over the world? And Lucky Luciano done that. There was never one bit of sabotage in New York Harbor because the mob took good care of that. You couldn't spit on the sidewalk there, they would know it. And they done it. And at the end of the war, the American government honored that. He was up on several murder raps, but they dismissed him, sent him and 4 of his henchmen back to Italy or that island, Sicily, where he come from. So they kept their word and sent him, the mob guy, back. Oh, now, you heard when you heard the war was over. Oh, children saying, okay. One time I was going to a rest area. We was going to go a day in a rest area. As soon as you do that, they want the platoon sergeant report to battalion headquarters. Well, we're there. So the operations major said, Sergeant, I want you to take patrol. So many kilometers, so many clicks down here. You go down the river about 2 miles and you'll meet some people with a boat, and the guerrillas will get you across this river. We have a report there's a village there. We thought all this was clear, but we have reports that the Japs are still in there. There's 8 or 10 of them. They hold these people captive. And we thought this whole area was clear. Can you go down there and have a look-see? When they tell you to have a look-see, that means go down there and if anything needs correct, do it. So I had to go get some of my guys again out of the rest area, because you got to use your own people. We went down there, and the major told me out of battalion headquarters, he said, some of these guerrillas, you know, you got to watch them. I think some of them working both sides of the street, so don't get caught. Because you got to get across this river, and you go up there so many clicks to this village. Well, a long story short, we went over there, and that's guerrillas up ahead, and a couple of scouts up with them. Found out, yeah, there's 7 people there. I think 7 Japs still there. They held these people captive and prisoners 2.5 years. A whole little village, prisoners. These Japs was living like kings. Well, long story short, we surrounded, went in and busted all of them. And then Filipino people grabbed them and pulled them back there about from here to the other side of the road and hacked them to pieces with their... They had all kind of big knives. They just cut them all up. I think they fed them to the hogs. Because we had... Anyhow, they was so thankful. They come running and hanging on to you and crying that they're free. And they was digging up all the stuff that they had buried here for 2.5 years. And they prepared a big meal for us, and the old little mayor said, come and we're going to have a big feast. And I said, well, why not? Well, we're here, we're going to do it. So we're going to have that. So then we had a few bottles of beer that the Japs left, because they ain't going to use it no more. And I started made 2 per bottle per man. Nobody knew. You got to keep your eye on what you're doing. Now I still put guards out all around. Everybody don't come out and sit down. You just have to keep your patrol and rotate them. So we didn't want to get caught in case there was a straggler coming in somewhere. Got time to leave. And I said, well, we're going to have to go back because we got about so many clicks. That's 5/8 of a mile. Several miles to get down the river. and hope that boat's there that we can get across the river to get back up where we belong. And he said, oh, school starts, you must go see the school, it's going to open today. And I said, well, we got to get going. Oh, he said, it's all ready, they're waiting. So I took a BAR man and another rifleman, and we went over to the little one-room schoolhouse. We went in the back door. There was about 35 people sitting in that schoolhouse, big ones, little ones, short ones, and the American flag was sticking right up the front. Now, they taught Tagalog, the national language. They also taught English in the Philippine school system. Every one of them students stood up, turned around, faced the flag, and pledged allegiance to the flag of the United States, just in perfect English. Then they turned around, and me, I was standing across the back of the school room with a BAR man here, and I had some riflemen and some other firearms. And here are these good, innocent little ones, big ones, and some about as tall as you, young people, pledge allegiance to the flag, all in English, because they taught them in Tagalog, which was the national language, plus English. They'd done this in English, the pledge allegiance to the flag. And when you stood there, I always said I had a deep feeling in me. All I'd done, all I'd seen, it made me feel, of all the things I've done in my life, I feel so different when I hear them little people do that. And we had a part to give them back their freedom, and they could continue to do that. It made a great feeling to me. And I remember when we docked in harbor, in Los Angeles Harbor, it was in fog, and the ship was moving real slow, and it got up where it said we're finally docked. And some people had soldiers all around me. A lot of them were praying on the deck. And I don't know, I had tears running down my streak. I don't know why the tears were there. It was just a feeling that you were back in America, and somehow you had lived, and somewhere in your heart you had done something right. It might have been not up to ethical, biblical, or nice guy standards, but it was the best you could do under the situation in which you were presented with. And it was either survive or that. If you don't want that, you're going to die. So I remember that I did have tears coming down. I don't know why, and I'm not ashamed of it, but that's one of the things I remember.